Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. I have on my lap a nervous little rodent. Yay! Well, I mean, she's nervous because she's a rodent. She's not nervous and a rodent. She's nervous and a rodent. I mean, but that's part and parcel. Whoopsie! Don't run too quick. Of being a rodent. So, she is a cutie, an absolute little sweetheart. I watched a video this morning about how rats and mice make a whole ton of noises. Bye-bye, little one. I had to put her back. I woke her up, so I didn't even give her a chance to go to the bathroom after she woke up, so she probably has to pee. So, but I watched the video on rats and mice, and I don't know if hamsters do it too, but rats and mice are always talking. They're chattering all the time. But human hearing range tops out really, really low. And most of the mice and rat chatter is way up higher than we can even hear. Way higher. But they have specialized software that they use and microphones that they can determine when and how they make noises and what their high-pitched noises and low-pitched noises means. And when they're nervous, they make noises in this range, and when they're happy, they make noises in this range. And when you tickle them, because rats love being tickled, they make noises in this range. It's at the happy range. So they're able to determine all this stuff. And it really makes me wonder how noisy hamsters are. Because hamsters, they don't talk a lot, but especially the little female ones, when they're in heat, they'll make little yip noises every once in a while. And once I had two female hamsters that were in heat, and you can hear them just going yip, 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 yip. And it's interesting. It makes me wonder just how much they actually are talking, because they are territorial and they are largely solitary. You know, Syrian hamsters, I'm not talking about dwarf hamsters or the Chinese dwarf hamster. I don't know if there's a separate type there, because there's not really one just dwarf hamsters. There's a couple breeds of dwarf hamsters, and they're almost not the same species. The two, as I split off into that, because the Syrian hamster, well, even the European hamster is larger like the Syrian hamster, but they live in colonies. And so you'll find hamster colonies where occasionally if you walk by them, you know, they'll rush out to attack your ankle. But the Syrian hamster, the teddy bear hamster, the kind that you see in pet stores largely, that's a solitary creature entirely. Very solitary, very territorial. And that's why if you are foolish or you don't know and you put two of them together, they will fight, one will kill and then eat the other. So don't ever put Syrian hamsters together. But the dwarf hamsters are like the European ones in that there are more colony types. They like living in social groups, and so having families of hamsters is okay as long as you're careful. You know, the hamsters don't care. The animals just want to live, and so they breed, and you can get inbreeding going on really fast and really bad, so you got to be careful. But they like living together in colonies, and so you can easily have a couple dwarf hamsters living together, all of the same sex, and it's not going to be murder like it is with the Syrians. And so that's a good thing, but it's just they're all so different. It's weird to call them the same type of species, but hey, what can you say? And that's why they use the rats so much in laboratory tests for human stuff, because rats and humans, we're all, even though different branches on, you know, the mammalian tree, we are very chromosomally similar to them as well. Just like with pigs and humans are extremely close on the genome tree. But you can't read too much into that at the same time, because human beings and bananas also are very, very similar on the genome tree. Mostly not because, you know, people are bananas, but because the few chromosomes, not few, but, you know, the chromosome sets that are in bananas are more similar to human, which isn't cannibalistic. It's just, come on, there's only so many chemicals on the face of the planet. You have to do what you can do with them. Yeah, chemistry and biology is just bizarre. But that's okay. It's a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. I was very punishing to myself last night, but in a way well, no, all the way. I am glad I did it, though of course it was awful at the time. Past couple days, I've had like every once in a while my fibromyalgia will like settle into another, just settle, like a house settles, and it just gets into a deeper and lower crunching down, and then gets into that orbit and then stays there. It's been settling lately. I've been feeling way more weakness, way more fatigue than I have of late. So it's like, yay. But last night, well, the night before, I had gone walkies, but only walked like halfway to Walmart and back and was almost done. But last night, I wasn't going to go out walking and wasn't going to go out walking, and then it got to be 8 o'clock, and then I said, well, I need to go do something, because I was feeling just massively fatigued and just weak. But I decided I'm going to walk at least to the post office. So I got down to the post office and felt just, it was bad. And I said, no, I'm going to walk up to the corner to where the Olympic Highway construction is. I'm going to do that, because I can't just keep bringing my circle of exercise smaller. I'm just going to continue getting weaker and more fatigued because I'm not pushing. So I got up to the corner, and feeling even worse than I did the night before, I just said, screw it, I'm going to walk to Walmart. I'm going to Walmart anyway. And so I set out to Walmart knowing that I might get there and not be able to walk back for an hour or more. Just sitting down and trying to wait until I get my energy back. But I got up there, and then I turned around and walked back. Oh boy, yeah, there was nothing left on the batteries. The rechargeables were out when I got back. But I'm glad I went. I got to think, I got to push and use my body and force it to do stuff that's painful and sometimes anti-productive, but I don't want to, it's use it or lose it, and I don't want to lose it, so I got back and I watched some videos and I played some games and I tried to stay up, and it was just, you know what, I'm done. So I took a bunch of pills, mostly, again, iron tablet, a potassium tablet, a vitamin D3 tablet, stuff like that to try and keep my body settled. Didn't take a methadone, and then went to bed. I actually fell asleep moderately quickly. I was pretty loopy. I took a couple oil/concentrate dabs, and so was pretty loopy as well, and fell asleep pretty quickly and slept all the way through until about 7 o'clock. So thumbs up, I was able to sleep. I still feel tired now, of course. I have a sleep deficit that's decades deep, but hey, at least I'm sleeping and catching up slowly even as I lose ground, of course, because I only sleep about 5 or 6 hours a night, but it's better than nothing. And Leonardo da Vinci, he reportedly slept only like 3 hours a night because of his insomnia, and he lived into his 70s. Of course, for the time, he had access to money and health care the way he was being kept as a prisoner, so life is life. And of course, positive mental outlook is always a good thing to have. There are times I don't know how I even get out of bed and just keep living with stuff that's going on inside of my head because of just things that have been the way things have been in my life. But having a positive mental outlook actually has helped. Now, how you get your positive mental outlook, that's all up to you, and however it works, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, as long as it works, good on you. I mean, thumbs up. I mean, again, the only reason that I actually wake up with a smile on my face, I believe, is just my existential nihilism at this point. Where the only thing that keeps me buoyant and happy and smiling is just going into life with the understanding that there is no point to existence other than sheer animal survival. There is no meaning to any human activity other than, again, sheer animal survival. And we are all just waiting to die. There's no reason, there's no point to anything. The only point or meaning that life has is what you put into it. There is nothing else. We are all just waiting to die. Time never stops. What will life be in 1,000 years? Will there be life in 10,000? What will life be like in 1,000,000? In 1,000,000,000 years, the sun will have expanded out and Earth will be destroyed far beyond its capability to sustain life. In 1,000,000,000,000 years, there won't be any visible stars in the sky because of expansion. In 10 trillion times 1,000,000,000,000 years, there won't even be many particles left. They'll have been canceled out and voided. In 10 times that long, there will be nothing, but things will continue because time doesn't stop, even if there's nothing there. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. And yet, all of that, and I come out of it with a sense of optimism and hope, because it's freeing. My life is up to me to make of it what I will, not what any external force tells me my life has to be. And that's why I'm happy with a smaller life. And I have just noticed my speaker is making a high-pitched whining noise because I forgot to turn it off. How about that? Thumbs up. But life is what you make of it. And my life is really small right now, physically small, because it's stuff that I have in this room, largely, and that's okay. Stuff is just stuff. Stuff doesn't matter. And really, stuff doesn't matter. Because if you get stuff, what then? There are all sorts of games that I'd like to buy. Old stuff that I used to have, old stuff that I haven't but would like to. But if I ever did, what then? What then? I already have so many games, I'm not going to be able to play them all. I get stuck with choice paralysis all the time and rarely play anything new. What point? What then if I get those things? There's comic books I would like to buy to complete my Ambush Bug collection from comic books I've collected featuring the character Ambush Bug. Well, what if I did? So what if I get them? I read them and then what then? Then they're just things. But it's a complete collection. And what does that mean? Am I ever going to sit down and read them from beginning to end? No, because the beginning appearances of the character, they didn't have the character down. It took a lot of appearances before the final character was set. And so the earlier stories suck. And then the middle character stories, I've already read those. It would only be the late character stuff that I'd reread. And if I had just gotten them, I wouldn't want to reread them because I just read them. What then when you just get things? It's just stuff. Because then you have to maintain it. And then it's just things you're carrying around. For what? When you're gone, is somebody going to say, gosh, I wonder if I should read all these? Or will they be saying, I wonder why he kept these old things. I wonder if we can sell them or if we just need to throw it away. And hey, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. It is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I do have fibro and depression, and even though I'm getting better, my memory is terrible. It's gotten a lot better. It's 1,000% better, but it's not good. But it's getting there. Definitely a thumbs up. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good comment, bad comment, and different comment. The fact is you left me a comment. Thank you so very, very much. I'm not reading them right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up each one. I do answer as many as I can. But for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left me a comment. Thank you very, very much. So calling up Chrome, where I have all this stuff, we have Isaac Delaney. Thank you very, very much. And Denial, greatly appreciated. And I understand the feeling. And Baku, thumbs up. Domed Sky, greatly appreciated. And Dave Massey, greatly appreciated. Chowder, thumbs up and thank you. Alan Kayat, I know I'm nowhere close, but thank you very much. And Den, greatly appreciated. Quotra, I sure hope I'm close. Tim Bean, thank you very much. And Dominique Kohurich, I sure hope I'm close with your name. And Kathy Kitskak, greatly appreciated. And Vader Grimm, ooh. And Bryce is lit, I like that name too. And It's the Jobless Kid, well, one day. Underscore Cherry, thank you very, very much. And AJAOJKKKAIN, thumbs up and thank you. And Griffin, thumbs up and thank you. Nth Void Walker, son of a gun. And Blue Zephyr, greatly appreciated. Sad Supreme, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Thumbs up Ragsdale. Russell Ragsdale, thumbs up and thank you. Elliot Thar Music, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Alejandro the Renegade, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. Oh, my arm got so tired holding it up. Like I said, that lately I have extra fatigue and extra weakness, and it's bothersome. I don't like it, but it's happening, so I'm having to deal with it. Yay. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to either my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you do not wish to, and I also understand that if you have any sort of mouth sounds issues, then you're not going to have watched this video all the way through. I can hear my tongue making clicking noises inside of my mouth. I'm so dry right now. My sincere apologies if mouth noises bother you, because I know there are lots of people where mouth noises just drives them nuts. I oddly kind of like hearing mouth sounds when I hear people talk. It makes me it just reminds me that they're human. I'm talking to a human being. That's someone who's alive. And I like that. What can I say? Well, hey, I'm gonna have at least this video. I've got another couple of videos to do, so we shall see what's going on. Anyway, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing.